What's going on, YouTube? It is VFM Pissed the Fuck Off coming at you with another video, finally. I know it's been a little while, but I've kind of been working 3 jobs, so sorry. I'm too busy to do this shit. I'm using my day off of one of my jobs, because I'd usually be working right now, right? To record a video for you guys, so you should feel blessed. Right now, I should be at a cushy hotel that's being paid for by the United States government just for me and maybe a roommate, because at the moment I'm supposed to be at like military entrance processing station or something. I don't remember what the MEPS acronym stands for. There's just too many acronyms. But I was supposed to go to that today. I did go to that, but I accidentally clicked the yes box on the COVID screening. And then when they asked me about it, I'm like, oh shoot, I accidentally checked the wrong box there, which is so weird. Like, I could have sworn I hit the no. I checked yes. It was really weird. Like, I swear I didn't actually do that. But whatever. So then I was like, can I just change that? Then the lady who was helping, she's like, let me go ask my superior. And then she comes back, yeah, you're gonna have to come back in 14 days. I'm like, motherfucker, dude. I gotta wait 2 more weeks to like join the Air National Guard now, and that sucks dick. Because I was hyped as shit to join the Air National Guard. Now I gotta wait 2 weeks for basically no reason. So that's most of the reason I've kind of had a shitty day. But like all day it's just kind of been bullshit. Like at football today, this morning, like I dropped like 6 balls, man. I was not on it. I don't know, just kind of a weird day. Oh, let me tell you about some shit that pissed me the fuck off. Oddly enough, this happened on a Wednesday, just like all the shit that happened to me today. Wednesdays is just like my unlucky day, I swear to God. But anyway, last week Wednesday, I was having an okay day, right? You know, it was my day off of my 2nd job, so I had the night off. And I went to the Mark bowling alley with my buddies from work. Pretty normal day, but I was a little on edge, so it wasn't like great or anything. And I was on edge because the night before that, someone who used to be my friend, let's just call him Smiles for the sake of the video, threatened my life at least 30 times over the phone. Like, I was just chilling out at Sonic, and this dude's like, I'm gonna effing kill you. He was super ticked off at me about a reoccurring joke that I've had with his girlfriend where we were quote-unquote married. The joke was, this dude's girlfriend and I, who've been friends longer than either of us have even known Smiles, we would call each other babe and stuff, and we did it like 3 times in a group chat that had him and another one of our friends in it, and he didn't say anything until like the last time. That's when he like called me, and he was like, I'm gonna kill you, like threatened my life like so many times. He's like, dude, what's your problem? He's just like, stop calling my girlfriend babe. I was like, it's just a joke, bro. Then he got like super intense about it. So me being who I am as a person, I decided to make more jokes about it. Like, as he kept going on and on about how he like doesn't like me calling his girlfriend babe, and like, I was like, it sounds like you're kind of controlling my wife. Like, I started saying that, so I was trying to just kind of like egg him on a little bit. Then he's like, I know where you work, I'm going to show up to your work tomorrow. But I knew I didn't work that day, so I was like, okay, do it. I'm not going to be there because I don't work there. I was just like BSing him left and right. Then he finally settled on, okay, I'm going to come to your house, I'm going to beat the crap out of you. I was like, okay, man. And then he's Then he put something on his story. He's like, hey, does anyone want to help me beat some guy up tomorrow night? Like, that's kind of the point where I realized this is getting a little serious. And then he said he started texting a bunch of people. He was like, alright, I've got at least 10 people here who are ready to kill you with me. I was like, okay, man. Like, I was actually starting to get a little bit scared. But also, I wanted to be a little bit of a jerk, so I was. So I just kind of kept egging him on a little bit. And then he's like, yeah, I'm calling all my Italian mafia friends from Tacoma. I'm just like, what the hell is Tacoma? He's like, it's a town. I was like, in Nebraska? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, I've never heard of that. So where was I? Oh yeah, the Italian mafia threats. This guy's talking about how he's going to get the Italian mafia to come mess me up with him. I was like, sure, man. So he says he texted his Italian mafia friends and they agreed to come rough me up with him. I was like, okay, man. Like, I didn't let on that I was at all on edge about it to him. But eventually I just decided to hang up because he was annoying me. Then, the next day, I decided to let him get sober because he was clearly drunk over the phone. Like, he was probably drunk off his ass. So the next day, I text him. I was like, so are you pulling up tonight? He's like, yeah, bro, just me. We need to have a serious talk. Like, an hour later, he sends me a picture of him and 3 other people in the car. And he says, I'm on my way. I was like, oh, you piece of shit. You're pulling up on me with more people, aren't you? So, I had my eye on this shotgun by Typhoon Defense. It's an AR pattern shotgun. 12 gauge, and it has an American flag, like, pattern on it. So, it looks super dope. It looks like an AR-15 with an American flag pattern, but it shoots 12 gauge shells, so it's like ultra badass. I know a bitch who drove one of those. That's not hers, but she drove one just like that. Anyway, I go and buy that gun that I had my eye on, because I was like, I ain't about to die like a bitch. Because I didn't know who he had in the car. I really didn't. So, see, here's where my mistake started. I get home, I get that shotgun ready, put it in the bed of my truck, set up my GoPro, pointing at where I thought everything was going to go down, and then I waited outside for him. I should have never done that. That was dumb, but I did. I should have just stayed inside and let him, like, beat on my door. Then they would have had to fucking... Then they would have had to fucking deal with the police or my parents. My parents are probably worse because they know how to bitch you off. My parents know how to bitch someone off more than, like, anyone. Swear to God. So they pull up and Smiles and what do I want to call him? Let's call him Jacob. So Sam and this guy who's named Jacob come out of the car, and Smiles says, quote, "Let's kill this motherfucker." I was in the bed of my truck at this point. I was messing with my GoPro or something. Yeah, I think I was messing with my GoPro or something like that. So I was in the bed of my truck where the GoPro was set up, and when they pulled up, so I was like, oh crap. They didn't see me in the bed of my truck immediately, so I thought I was good. I was gonna get my GoPro running again and walk up to him over on my front yard where I thought everything was gonna go down. But no, Smiles tells Jacob, he's like, he's like, where the fuck is he? Go check his fucking truck. So I was like, shit. So it's like, I'm over here, dick ass. So then they both start running at me, and at this point they've threatened to kill me. Well, Smiles is threatening to kill me like a lot, so I'm not exactly feeling safe. I don't know who else they have in the car. I'm like, I'm over here, motherfucker. So they both knew where I was at that point, and they start running at me. So I just hold up the gun like this. I didn't have my finger on the trigger or anything. I just wanted them to know, it's like, hey, don't fucking come over here. I was like, so I hold up the gun, I'm just like, I want it, guys. So they slowed down considerably, but then they still kept coming. I think because they figured I didn't want to just shoot them right there and then, because that would be illegal on my part. Even though they threatened me, I can't shoot them, unfortunately. So I put the gun down, because I knew that they knew that I wasn't just going to shoot them. But I feel like if I pointed it, they would have fucking got out of there. Shit, again? Yeah, I need to take Jenny in. That's like the 7th time today that she's died when I'm just coasting with my clutch pulled in. So I don't really like that. Smiles gets on the back of my truck, and Jacob stays on the ground and he just kind of leans on it. So I'm just like, what are you doing, man? What are you gonna do? It's like, I'm gonna kill you or something like that. And then Jacob is like, Smiles, I'm not gonna like jump Josh or like throw a punch or anything at him until you do, because I have absolutely no beef with him and I don't want to like start any beef with him. Because like Jacob and I, we were like classic buddies. Like in 4th grade, him, me, and some other, and like 2 other kids, we were like tight. We were like a tight group. Like I still like him, but he just makes choices that I don't agree with, so I don't hang out with him as much anymore. I felt Smiles got a little bit too close, so I got out of the bed of my truck, and then Smiles is like, so what if I jump on him? Will you help me out then? And Jacob doesn't really have a chance to answer before Smiles actually does that. He jumps on me and like gets me in a headlock. Oh, and by the way, Smiles was drunk off his fucking shit. I could smell that. I could smell it from 3 feet away. And he has a low alcohol tolerance. He can get messed up off 1 Four Loko. Well, and I mean messed up. So he jumps on me, gets me in a headlock. And then I got out of the headlock, but then he kind of took me down, so I started wrestling him a little bit. It only took me like 10 seconds before I got the upper hand. And once I got the upper hand and got on top, that's when Jacob intervened and helped Smiles out and got me in a tight chokehold. This chokehold was like an anaconda around my neck. Like, the more I moved, the tighter it got. Once Jacob got me in that chokehold, I kind of knew I was screwed. Because this kid wrestles, he boxes, and he's a black belt in Taekwondo. So it's like, I know I don't have a chance of beating him. Smiles, I was about to beat his shit into the dirt, I swear to God. It pissed me off so much that he actually came to my house to attack me. I was probably about 20 seconds from passing out from this chokehold when Smiles, drunk off his ass, stood up and he's like, I just want to talk to him. So I was like, can you call off your guy here then? He's like, okay, let him go. He like puts his hands on my shoulders and is like starts acting all buddy-buddy with me. At first I was kind of like, dude, kill yourself. But then I realized that Jacob was still there, and I knew that all he wanted to do that night was fight somebody, and he didn't really care who. So I decided to be passive with Smiles. So I played buddy-buddy with Smiles. Played nice. Like, talked to him. Like, was nice and cordial. But what I really wanted to do was punch him in his face, because he deserved it. Started saying all this stuff as just completely off the wall. Smiles' girlfriend, we're gonna call Beth for the sake of the video. She cheats on me, that guy is dead, and she's single. Like, he was just saying like weird stuff. And I just kind of played along. I was like, yeah, man. She's like, that's why those jokes bothered me enough to do this. And in my head, I'm thinking, I'm gonna kill you, dude. Then they all finally left, and I found out who else was in the car. It was Beth and Jacob's girlfriend. Like, the physical pain I endured could have been a lot worse. Like, I had some of those, like, greenish bruises on my neck afterwards. So I just wore, like, a neon green t-shirt and told my parents. And if anyone asked me about it, I was like, oh, it's probably just reflection from my t-shirt. And everyone believed that, so. But yeah. That's why Smiles and I are no longer friends, because he jumped me at my house. And honestly, really lucky I didn't put a fucking cap in his ass. Because I wasn't very happy about those death threats either. Well, enjoy some random clippy clips that I got from other videos that just weren't good enough as a whole for like an actual video. So enjoy those, and I'm out. Well, I finally got it, but holy shit, that really kind of fucked up my tire a little bit. I don't know why people do that so often. And fireworks is going off in the background. So I figured out how to do a burnout, and I'm probably never going to do them again, because it fucked up my tires like a lot, and I don't want to pay for them. I have just one more thing to say. Fuck you, Smiles! You bitch! You're a baby back little fucking bitch, and fuck you! You roll up to my house again, I'm gonna blow your fucking kneecap off. And then bye-bye state track. Fuck you.
No. No. She wasn't ready.
I'm collecting dividends. Check my 1095 fucking poor. That's called money. I'll say it again. In the bank. You're fucking poor. I put 91 premium in my BMW gas tank. You're fucking